Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers, we are here. I hope your day is going good. But do you have a mean family member in your life right now who's always telling you what to do, bringing you down when you just want to have fun and be yourself? How to deal with mean family members who are always putting you down. Let's just breathing in that good ass prana, baby. No, we're just breathing in that good ass prana, baby. That's better. So I got a great question that came in from someone saying that they're going through it. You're going through it. What are you going through? They have very mean family members in their life, and they feel pressured right now. They're being told to go and work here, go and work there, do this with their life, do that with their life, and they don't feel they're free. Now, deep divers, have you ever met a family member after years and you're like, it's payback time and we ain't even had breakfast yet? Can I get a hello there? Because as children, we don't forget. Now, you wrote to me saying that you were abused, and this can happen to so many of us. So we have a whole lot to talk about. First and foremost, if you've got a question, you want to message me, don't email me. I get thousands there. Head over to Instagram right now and add me at Infinite Waters. If I see your message, I just might answer it. Shout out to everybody who's been getting the good ass prana merch, ralphsmart.com/clothes. Now, I know what it's like. Many times we live our lives always wanting to please our parents, aunties and uncles, cousins, nieces, nephews. We want to please our whole entire family. But there's only one of us and so many of them. Like, how's it going to happen? How's it going to work out? There's a reason why a lot of people are dealing with family pressures, because we are living in such a pivotal time on planet Earth. The great change approaching the age of Aquarius. So it first starts with this. There's a great book called The Prophet, okay? And in the book, it talks about how, I love this. Our parents don't own us. Our parents do not own us. We pass through our mother, but she doesn't own us, okay? So once you really realize that, that's the truth of the situation. Our parents, yes, our mom, beautiful mom, gave birth to us. We thank you, but they don't own us. Our parents do not own us. You have to get that into your mind. Once you realize that, you start to realize, actually, I'm a free sovereign being. You see, many times parents do feel they own their children just like another possession. But really and truly, you are coming in with your own unique soul, your own uniqueness, okay? So start to live free. Stop living according to your parents' expectations. Because the reason why so many people feel victims of what their parents are saying and they really want to please them is because they were your loyal or not so loyal guardians growing up. I love my mom, okay? She was there for me. She really helped me out, spoiled me. Not actually spoiled me. She was just a good mom, and I love her. We love, if you love your mom, that's a great thing. However, a lot of us are not so fortunate. Many of us, we have very hard experiences, lessons, childhood trauma, okay? And sometimes we find it very hard to love our parents because of what they've done to us. And right now, if you've got a family member in your life who's really giving you a lot of stress, I'm here to tell you, listen to them with respect, but do you anyway. You see, listen to what they have to say, but that should never stop you from doing what you came here to do. Because I will tell you, when I was in my garden many years ago saying, peace. My mom was in the window looking at me like, huh, what are you doing? But your life is not for everybody to understand. It's your life. It's your vision. It's your dream. And sometimes what you want to do is going to appear to be crazy to other people. They're just going to tell you, hey, just get a regular job in the matrix, be quiet, be normal, fit in, look at so-and-so, right? They compare you to their friends' children, right? Isn't that so annoying? Okay, realize you can listen, but also be brave enough to speak your truth and live out the consequences. Slow motion this side. Now, Infinite Waters is all about becoming your greatest version, realizing we are the power that lies within. We are the ones we are searching for. Many times we absorb other people's energies, parents. Why? Because they were our loyal guardians since we were so small. If you can realize this, that you have to learn how to stop absorbing other people's parents' negative energy, their riff-raff. We don't need that. We don't need that. We don't need that. And you do this by not taking everything so personally. Stop feeling that what everybody is doing is because of you. Okay, parents are living out their own experience. You have to too. Okay, many times if somebody is being mean, a parent, bossy, realize you're not a victim. You can talk back and live out the consequences. Okay, happened to me along my journey. I'm like, I could just get a regular job. I did. I could just stay there. A lot of people were like, Ralph, don't leave your job. 300 people applied. I'm like, I'm just going to be free. Thank you very much. Can I get a hello there? And now I'm reaping the benefits because the universe reveals its secrets to those who dare to follow their hearts. What? Slow motion this side. You got to be brave. Wasn't it Frank Zappa who said, if you listened to your parents, the priest, and you're not happy, that's on you. You are responsible for your own shit. And we aren't victims here. Once again, parents are not doing anything to you. You can choose how you respond and take back your power, even if you've had a rough childhood. Nobody's had it easy, but don't put yourself in the victim box. Because once again, it's not that personal. How people treat you, how parents treat you is actually how they feel about themselves. And once you stop internalizing their projections onto you, their dreams onto you, because that's what parents do. They're like, actually, they're thinking, I never got to live out that dream. I want my children to, right? Sometimes parents are already making plans for their children. She's going to be a lawyer. He's going to be a doctor. It's a lot of pressure because they want to live out their dreams through you, not realizing you are a unique soul and you came here to do what you came here to do, not what they want you to do. Okay? Do you catch my drift? Right? So sometimes you got to be selfish. And being selfish only means you're being full of yourself. You see, if you're not full of yourself, who else are you going to be full of? Ralph, I can't do it. I know it's hard, isn't it? Because sometimes when your mom speaks to you, your dad speaks to you, your brother speaks to you, your sister speaks to you, even an auntie you only see once a year, you're like, oh, it's really messing with my mind right now. I'm starting to believe what they're telling me, right? Very convincing. And that's why you got to really know who you are. And say, actually, no, this is me. This is what I'm going to do. And once you stop internalizing their projections and stop taking everything so personally, not everything people are telling you is because of you. Maybe, just maybe, it's actually because of them. Okay? It is because of them. So realize that, okay? How to stop mean family members always putting you down. There's something which I always call the generation gap, okay? We're living in a whole new world of technology. And the world is not the same as it was 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. Okay, every 10 years, something drastic happens in society where everybody's got a whole new way of seeing the world. And right now on the planet with this emerging technology, it's like every 6 months, the world is getting an upgrade. Okay, so parents don't understand the new generation with all of this technology, but it's all about seeing where they're coming from, bridging the gap through communication. You see, sometimes if you've got a mean family member, somebody in your family who's always talking down to you, it's time that you actually confront them. Don't think that by you being quiet, they're going to actually understand where you're coming from. They're not a psychic reader. They're not a psychic mind reader. They're not the cat down the road. Okay. So actually communicate with them how you're feeling about a situation. Be very vocal. Okay. Because sometimes you're like, actually, I don't want to say this to my parents. I don't want to be rude. No, you're not being rude if you're being true to yourself. Slow motion this side. I told my mom, I'm just going to be diving deep. And I was so adamant when I was saying it. I had so much conviction. She was like, okay. It was because I knew who I was. I knew what I came here to do. Don't allow your parents to make decisions for you. This ain't kindergarten, right? You've got this, but you've got to really know who you are and realize there's a generation gap. Your parents aren't going to understand, understand and overstand your way of life. It's totally different. They're like, why do you want to just be a YouTube star? Why do you want to make a career on Instagram? So what? This is a new world. If you want to do that, go and do it. I'm not going to judge you. They definitely shouldn't. But have compassion. Because right now, if somebody tells me, okay, all I do all day is just play cards or play video games, I'm like, huh? Right now, I'm not like that because I'm like, actually, people are making careers out of it. PewDiePie, okay? So realize we're living in a whole new world. And the more compassion you have towards yourself and towards family members, you're like, actually, oh, I get it. You see, when our parents were being raised, they didn't have all of this technology. They didn't have so many possibilities of what they could become. And many times, once again, they push their mindset onto you, their beliefs onto you, and your job is not to absorb them. You got to block them like, not today, mom. Not today, dad. Okay? And you got to be strong in yourself. I guarantee you. They may not understand you right now, but once they start to see the results, the metamorphosis in your own life, that you're happy doing what you love, even if they didn't approve of it first, then you'll be like, I told you so, right? You'll be like this, I told you so. Now, many times we are mistreated by family members. They take advantage of us, okay? And sometimes it's done in a very subtle way. I've been a vegan for over 13 years, 7-day vegan challenge, okay? And nothing is better than waking up with a beautiful guava juice full of vitamin C, acai bowls, and cassava leaves. Right? Nothing is better than that, okay? But it wasn't always easy, because when I was transitioning to become a vegan, I would go out to these events, weddings, right? What's on the menu? Nothing vegan. Oh, sir, we've got cream. I don't eat cream. Everybody's plate is packed. My plate is empty. All I've got on it is like a lemon, right? And a few leaves. I'm laughing at it right now, thinking back on it, right? A few salad, right? A little bit of salad on the side, right? Everybody, their plate is so packed up, right? And everyone's like, not even eating. They're staring at me like I'm an alien. They're like, aren't you eating? I'm like, I'm a vegan. Oh, vegan. What's that? I don't eat meat or dairy. I love animals. Oh, so you're going to be really hungry this wedding. I'm like, yeah. Right. And then I got family members around who are like, you see, Ralph, I told you you're losing weight. OK. And that actually happened to me. I had a family member who was like, Ralph, this vegan thing, you're losing weight. I told you to eat meat. You need your protein. And at the time when I was transitioning to becoming a vegan, I didn't know a lot. OK, I've been a vegan for 13 years. Now I know a lot. Right. But at the time, I'm like, maybe they're right, because I was losing weight. And I was feeling a bit shaky, baby. And then I'm like, actually, I started to realize you can get a complete source of protein from spirulina, hemp powder, chia seeds. And all of a sudden I was ripped. I was like, who wants it? No, I'm very gentle, actually, right? I'm like, actually, no, we've been sold a whole pack of lies. You can get all the vitamins and minerals you need from a plant-based diet and still love animals, okay? And the weird thing is that right now, because a lot of people see me, family members, they know what I'm doing. They're like, Ralph, I'm actually going vegan. I'm like, oh, you are. But do you remember when you told me that I was losing weight and it's a bad idea? Now these same people want my help. Slow motion this side. So don't worry. It's what I call going through with it. So if you want to eat a plant-based diet and your family doesn't approve, go through with it anyway. Because once again, it's your life. You have to be making the mistakes in it, not them. Allow yourself deep divers to make mistakes, to fall on your ass, to learn the way you want, to realize that actually, this is my life. I'm going to go through with it. I'm going to even try the water fast. Probably won't work out for me, right? I'm going to try this diet, try that diet, because once again, I'm about learning and knowing more about who I am. I'm not going to allow people to dictate who I am and what I can do and what I can't do. Okay, so shout out to everybody who's eating whatever the hell they want, whatever the heaven they want. Okay. Now, how to stop mean people always putting you down. Now, what helped me along my journey was this, to realize that family members, we have amazing family, but also family who just don't get you. Also family who are very kind, but also family who are extremely mean, resentful, bitter, envious, and jealous towards you. It happens every single day. And how you deal with this is to once again say, ain't got nothing to do with me. These people were like this before I got here. But I'm not going to take it. I'm going to throw it right back to you. I'm going to throw it right back to you. All of that energy they're trying to give you that's not serving you, return it back. Just go like this. Bye. The level of consciousness, which is the level of awareness, okay? Always realize that everybody on the planet has a different level of awareness, a different level of consciousness. So Infinite Waters, we're all about realizing we are multidimensional beings having a human experience. I stopped going to church about 15 years ago or more, because I'm like, Mom, I am God. What? Oh my gosh. We are all gods and goddesses made from stardust. Huh? Everybody was looking at me like a unicorn. How do you look at a unicorn? Oh my gosh, what's happening to my son, right? But that's what's happening because there's different levels of consciousness. It takes a very open-minded person to realize the different levels of consciousness. For example, deep divers, there are breatharians. I've actually met one. And I'm like, they're telling me about this, like they don't really eat. And I'm like, thinking like, actually, cool. But at first I was like, huh? They're really weird. It's a level of consciousness. You can only understand, understand, and overstand a level of consciousness when you are vibrating at that same frequency. What? Yikes, I caramba. Slow motion this side. Not everybody is going to understand your mindset. Because now you're learning how to think for yourself. You are having free thought. And many times you have to show compassion to where other people are in their level of consciousness and how they see the world. And realize it's okay to go your separate ways. You can still love them from a distance. You can even still love people who have done you, family members who have been mean to you. It doesn't mean that you always have to be around them. But you forgive them so you can move on. You don't forgive them for them. You forgive them for your own peace of mind, because nothing is worse than going to bed with a heavy heart. Okay. You want to have a lighter heart. Any family member who's been mean to you, mistreated you, forgive them right now, because that's how you move forward with your life. But also realize that these people, they got the programming from their parents. They didn't know any better. But now you know better. So with your own children, you can have an open mind when you're dealing with them to say, actually, these are unique creations. I don't own these children, even though they came through me. They are their own unique beings and free souls, right? Shout out to all the free souls out there. Put your hand up. How to deal with mean ass family members who are always putting you down. You see, deep divers, I always say this. Look people in the eyes when you're talking to them, because energy dynamics work like this. You see, sometimes family members feel they can walk all over us when we very docile and don't hurt me. No, look people, even your own family members, in the eyes when you're talking to them. Talk to them and speak even if your voice shakes. But say, actually, I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. Play the Eminem song in the background if that helps. Okay? I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid of you. Okay? And that confidence you have will carry you through. But also realize this, that stop focusing on all the bad things they're telling you, okay? And don't believe them. Don't believe what everybody's telling you, that you're this person, you're that person, you should be doing this with your life, you should have got married by now, you should have had 10 children by now. Don't believe everything they're telling you, because once again, they're only telling you based on what they know and based on what they were taught. So it's not that personal. So stop believing their words and making it as truth. Say, actually, okay, once again, listen with one ear and then listen to the cat down the road with the other. And the more you don't believe them, you start to learn how to follow your own intuition. And then when you are following your intuition, you're like, does this make sense to me? Okay, I had family members who are like, Ralph, just stay in the matrix, work your whole life in a 9-to-5, and because that's life, Ralph. And I'm like, I just went to the 5th dimension. And you're telling me just to fit into society. What's that, Ralph? Right? So I'm like, okay, look, you got to follow what makes sense to you and allow people to live whatever kind of life they want to live. Like, I'm not interfering with your life. Don't interfere with mine. That's the mentality you've got to have to deal with parents who are always putting your lifestyle down. Many successful scientists, musicians, athletes, go and read their autobiography. They had so much opposition from their family saying, hey, don't do this. It probably won't work out. It probably won't work out. But once they made it, everyone was like, hey, can you hook me up? Can you give me some money? My car just broke down. Please help me. Right? That's how it always is. A lot of the times people are like, oh my gosh, Ralph, you got 1 million subscribers. Can you hook me up? And I'm like, let me think about how you treated me when I was young. Oh, definitely. No. You, yes. You know how to deal with mean family members who are always putting you down. Deep divers. In esoteric sciences, they always teach that we have a soul family. We have a family beyond the family we are born in. Okay? And in many indigenous cultures, they say it takes a village to raise a child, meaning that a child will have many mothers in the village. What? Slow motion this side. So I was born in London, but I've also lived in Sierra Leone when I was 10 for 1 year. And my grandma was so dope, right? All my family was so dope, but sometimes I would be walking around Lumley Beach, great beach. Sierra Leone is a beautiful country. Go there. Look, and I would be talking to people like, you my mom? You my dad? Because that's the beautiful thing with a lot of indigenous cultures. We have a community mindset, not just an individualistic mindset, okay? Everybody takes care of other people. My grandma always used to say that she would look after other people's children like she would look after her own, because it's all one. We are all one, okay? I told you she was dope, right? So find your extended family. When you have no support at home, when you have family members who are always looking down on you, you don't feel you can be yourself, realize there is a family out there waiting for you who's gonna really embrace you and give you the love you need. But first of all, you have to give yourself the love you need first and foremost. Because if you don't love yourself, no matter what anybody does, what they say, what they do, it's never going to be enough. So that's why I always say, if you've got mean family members, mean ass family members in your life, start hugging yourself, start loving yourself right now, because you are all you have. You are all you have, right? How to deal with mean family members who are always putting you down. Focus on the great qualities you have. Stop wasting your time, wasting your energy on those little comments that you're always overthinking about. Oh, maybe I should be living like how they want me to live. You're wasting your energy. Whatever you focus on grows. So start focusing on something that makes you happy, that makes you smile. The more you do that, it doesn't matter what anybody says. The Pope, the Queen, your mom, your dad, because you know who you are. And right now you are living it, you're loving it, and that's all that matters. And deep divers, once you realize that, well, you just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello there? Beautiful deep divers, you are amazing. Have an amazing day. We're just, woo, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. You are amazing. Live this life the way you want. Have a beautiful day. Infinite waters. Diving deep once again. Stay well. Stay healthy. Peace. You. No. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do to them. No. I got this. It's my life. It's not yours.